Where did we get it wrong? Where did it all start? We grew up together without differences. Waiting for Christmas food and waiting for Salah food. You know, the taste is quite different from any other food, you know.
I think we got it wrong on two fronts. Okay. The first one is our refusal to punish crime and the politicization of criminal acts and activities. I was opportune to work on some documents under the Northern Governors Forum chaired by the former governor of Niger State, former Governor Babangida Aliyu. You know, there was this committee, the chief servant. There was this committee on security, peace, security, and healing for the 19 northern states. And we got documents as far back as during colonial era. The difference between colonial era and post-colonial Nigeria was when there are issues and there are commissions of inquiries, they have done their jobs, and then there is a white paper, they will implement it. But during post-colonial Nigeria, what was happening is they used the panel to buy time, thinking these issues will fizzle out. Perpetrators are not punished. That creates a sense of what? Impunity. And the people we are referring to today as conflictpreneurs, that is how they emerged. Because they have this sense of impunity that they can do anything and nothing will happen. So that we began to use our differences to canvass for votes using what? Exclusion. Advanced countries that we were talking about, what did Lee Kuan Yew did in Singapore? He said he wanted to build a multicultural society. So when he built a new city, he makes sure that your neighbor, as a Muslim, is Hindu worshipper, the next person is a Buddha worshipper, the next person is a Christian. And then they form them into what? Like neighborhood community. So you are forced to do what? To work together. By doing what? By working for each other's interests. And I tie it to what is happening now. As a good Christian or a good Muslim, right? Even the communists, they have this saying that they came for the Pentecostal, I did not speak because I'm not one. They came for the Catholic, I did not speak because I'm not one. They came for the Catholic, I did not speak because I'm not one. When they eventually came for me, there was nobody left to speak for me. Now, if what we are doing in Nigeria, right? I don't have any issue with the Christians that push this agenda up to where they push it to. Because if the Muslims are not concerned to push for the stop of the kidnapping and the killings that are happening in Zamfara, in Katsina, then you should not have problems with those that are concerned with their own people. But what I would love to say as Nigerians, we are all one. So if you find it abhorrent and then distasteful that your own members are being killed, you will not take it. I think you should sympathize with your neighbor who is a Muslim that is being killed too, so that collectively we can advocate for each other's interests. Then if we do that, the narrative that will go out will be Nigerians are under siege and they are being killed every day, and Christians and Muslims are working towards stopping it. But that is not the case. So I will tie it to when we start implementing neoliberalism. Neoliberalism, and this is the crisis we are having today. Neoliberalism said you pursue your own interest. Whether it is at the expense of collective interest, it doesn't matter. And that is why today, even in public offices, if I'm saddled with the responsibility of providing hospital and I'm to take 10% of that money and do a substandard job, provided it will give me comfort, I will gladly take the 10%. So now what we have in Nigeria is everybody pursuing their own individual or group interest. And that is what has played out. Where you have that report coming from Benue and Plateau, which is predominantly Christian, right? And they're pursuing their own interests. Just the way the politicians are pursuing their own interests. Just the way the police are pursuing their own interests by taking whatever. And this is what is happening. So we lost it because those we need to punish, we are not punishing them. And then secondly, we reduce avenues for collective protection of our interest to individual pursuit of what? Our own interests. So If today I will have to compromise and give information to America for just $30,000 US, I will do it gladly. And then I will come back and I will say I am rich. But I am undermining the country. I'm undermining everybody.